Danica.
Hello.
I'm seeing behind you all the books. Okay, so you just
Yes.
put out your 10th math book. What makes this one so special?
Yes. Okay. So the latest book is called The Times Machine. This is for grades, really second through fifth grade, learning multiplication and division. And what I'm so excited about with this book, it is like a bunch of comics and it's like a graphic novel, but teaching math. So it's all cartoons and stories and poems. I teach math the way it's taught now and also the way we learned it because it's different. And one of the things I keep hearing from parents, because as you know, parents are in this unprecedented position of having to be responsible for their kids' education. They're like, we're having such a hard time in math because it looks different.
Yeah.
So I do the problems both ways, and then I'll show you how it's really the same stuff. It's just kind of dressed up differently.
Is
Very
there
much.
something you're doing with stuffed animals? Did I hear this right?
Yeah, so here's two of the tips. One of them is, first of all, I say no toys in the area. However, unless if you want your child to explain a concept to a toy. So my son has this stuffed animal called Flappy. He's a seal. And he just loves this thing so much. And so if he's having a hard time focusing, I'll say, well, will you explain it to Flappy? And Flappy's like, I don't understand this. And then Draco will sort of sit up and he becomes the teacher. And then he will explain things that I didn't even know he was listening to that I said. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's such a great little tip. The timer trick is not to make kids go faster because that's pressure. The timer trick that works differently. I'll tell Draco, and you can tell your kids, okay, we're going to do, say, 2.5 good hours of homeschooling today. What does that mean? I'm going to set a timer for 2.5 hours. Every time you get distracted, I'll hit pause. This can take 6 hours if you want it to, but I think you probably want to get back to doing other fun stuff. And so the kids are motivated themselves to stay focused. And it's so great because then you don't have to like yell and raise your voice and plead with them because they're motivated to stay focused and stay on task. Again, it's not about going faster. It's about using a timer to keep them focused.
And do you have good rhymes going? I remember when we were growing up, I mean, I'm older than you, but it was all about getting a good rhyme for your times tables.
Yes. Well, so one of the things in the times machine is I teach all of the times tables, all those super dry rote memorization things that we did growing up. And I'm not sure what rhymes you heard. I didn't get to learn with rhymes. I didn't. It was just like, here's a page of facts, memorize them, and
Totally.
then be quizzed
Maybe I
on them.
made up the rhyme.
Exactly. So for one of them, for all of the difficult ones, all the ones like 6 times 7 times 7 times 8, all those kind of ones in the middle that aren't like times 10 is easy, right? Times 11 is easy. Times like 6 times 7. So 6 times 7 equals 42. Hard to learn, boring, whatever. But imagine this. Imagine a 6-sided block of cheese. All right. And Mr. Mouse loves cheese. He's one of the characters in all the comics in the book. Now, if he loves cheese so much, he eats a big 6-sided block of cheese every day for 7 days, every single day of the week. At the end of that, 6 times 7, he is full and farty too.
Oh,
So, yeah, that's
won't
Mr.
forget
Mouse.
that. And farty too.
I mean, like, why shouldn't learning math be super silly
Right?
and fun and alive? So I'm an entertainer, and I love making math entertaining, and I can do it. And I'm so glad to be able to help parents right now. Please check out my Instagram. I've got, like we said, the homeschooling tips, and then all my books, ages 0 to 16 at McKellarmath.com.
You're totally right too, Danica. Couldn't come at a better time with everybody homeschooling and getting ready. Now let's talk business. My Hallmark Christmas movies, Christmas in July, Danica. What's going on
Yes.
with the mystery series? What are we getting back to work? I need this. I'm
Oh
ready.
my goodness. I know. I miss making my Hallmark movies. And, there's been so many restrictions these days and just sort of focusing on my books and waiting for the movies to start back up again. We were poised and ready to start shooting the next Matchmaker Mysteries episode on April 2nd. And they were like, oh, we might have to delay it a couple of weeks. Well, keeps getting delayed. And we're also trying to figure out the Christmas movie situation. I'm just letting them figure it out and they'll come to me when they're ready. I know they're working hard and things change every day, which makes it more challenging for them. But I have hope that I'll get to do the next. We're actually getting ready for the number 4 mystery script.
Mystery
so
one.
we're going to be ready. we're like
We'll wait for that when we're ready, and I can rewatch your other Christmas Hallmark ones, which I love.
Well, you know what? Christmas in July. So Christmas in July on Hallmark Channel starts July 10th. It actually starts off, our movie kicks it off, Christmas at Dollywood, which is my last year's Christmas movie. I know, I love, oh my gosh, working with
one
Dolly
with
Parton.
Dolly. It's so
She
great.
was a dream. I mean, she's a dream. I'm still so excited that I got to work with her. And you know, that movie started because of my math books.
Yeah.
Because of one of my McKellar math books. Good Night Numbers is somewhere here. Good Night Numbers. She brought that into her Imagination Library charity, which they make low-cost versions of popular children's books. So the authors don't make any money at all, but they like distribute them to hundreds of thousands of kids who normally wouldn't be able to afford books. It is such a beautiful gift that, and of course, Dolly Parton is doing something like that. So she invited me to be part of that, and then I was like, oh my gosh. And Hallmark said, where do you want your next Christmas movie to be? We're looking for cool locations. I'm like, how about Dollywood? They're like, we love it. We put the Imagination Library into the script. It was such a wonderful, beautiful synergy.
Well, Danica, I love catching up with you. Stay safe at home, and everybody get Danica's new book.
Thank you. Oh, and I want to mention one thing. Tonight I'm doing a virtual book signing. So yes, tonight, Wednesday, virtual book signing. Go to my Instagram bio. There's a link that you click on and you can register for it. I'm going to be able to actually do personalized autographs. So super excited about that for you guys.
We're getting down with this virtual thing. Okay, we'll see you at the signing. Thanks, Danica.
Thank you so much.